Friendship supreme. Friendship supreme. Finding the geek within.
What's up, everybody? I'm Michael,
This is Cleve.
and welcome to an exciting episode of Friendship.
Supreme.
You remember Movie Phone?
Yes.
God, what a experience that was.
It still exists, right? It has to. Maybe?
No.
You think so? What do you think that guy's doing now?
You have selected 2 for Jurassic Park. In a world where science, God damn it, in a world where science and fantasy meet. One doctor with unlimited funds creates a hellish nightmare for children. Jurassic Park. We'll be showing at your movie theater from 10:30, 11, 12:45, and 10.
Weird times.
Such rough times.
I know you're not a big Seinfeld fan, but there was an episode where Kramer's phone number was like a digit from movie phone number. And so instead of fighting it, he was just helping people find movies. And like he's like, press the first 3 digits of the movie you want. And they would press it, but what does that do?
Yeah,
And so you go, you've selected this movie. And they're like, if that's correct, press 1. They wouldn't press anything. He goes, you've selected this movie. If that's correct, press 1. I just sit there and he goes, why don't you just tell me the name of the movie that you selected?
That, and then there was the one where he called for the time. It just told you the time of day.
Yeah, now we could be getting lied to.
It's
You
fair.
think about that? I think about that.
That like the Greenwich time is not the real time and we're all being lied to?
Or like somebody just goes fucking bloop. I'm gonna speed it up.
Rob us of like
Who's
30
gonna
minutes. Yeah, rob us
Who's
of
gonna
30 minutes a
notice?
day for a while, and then we basically get office space
you
out of time.
Did 30 seconds every hour, no one would know.
No. And then eventually we'd lose an entire day. Maybe even a week.
I've lost days before, so I don't doubt that that's possible.
You ever woken up and been like, man, I could have sworn it was Tuesday, but it's Wednesday now?
Drinking.
What's today's episode about, Clee?
We're back with more bad movie reviews. People keep trying to steal it, but I'm just gonna keep doing it anyway. And I won't be as good. I'll just set that precedent now.
You won't be as good as what? You're the
As
best.
other people doing
You're the best in the fucking biz. Fuck everybody else.
Thanks, man. Except for the people I sold. They're actually pretty good too.
Oh, that's fair. Well, they'll never know about this because they don't watch us.
Fuck. They could not be bothered.
No. But
and honestly, they'd be like, go nuts.
But
I like
the people that copied us, obviously, everybody else,
fuck those guys.
Right up the ass. Anyways.
Today's theme is
yeah.
video game movie.
Oh my god. There are so many good choices of great films that existed. Remember the Doom movie when they had that sick scene where you went first person? Oh, it was The Rock. It's been ruined.
Oh, yeah.
Gross.
BFG,
never mind.
baby.
I hated that movie. No, that scene was so exciting to me when I first saw it. I was like, fuck yeah, first person shooter.
I know. I think, however, if you were to see it now, you'd be like, what
it's probably rough. Yeah, that's fair.
Anyway, now, just to set a tone.
Yep.
There will be Resident Evil. There will be Tomb Raider. I will not make you distinct which Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider it is. I will not make you distinct which Resident Evil movie it is. Because they're just gibberish.
That's wild as far as Resident Evil goes, because there's a huge difference between Resident Evil 1 and 6, which I think was the last one. They may have gone honestly, 7, and that's concerning.
Do you know?
Oh, man.
If I told you, I could just read you a whole scene, and you wouldn't be able to tell me which one it is.
No. I'd have a better chance at Resident Evil than Tomb Raider for sure, but no.
Well, Tomb Raider, yeah, I couldn't tell you what happened in either one. Her dad died. I'm gonna say that's the first one, and she discovers. Nope,
I was
I don't have
correct.
it.
6, by the way.
However, Mario movies, Mortal Kombat's, I will make you distinct which one's which.
All right, that feels fair.
Resident Evils are all fucking
Basically the same.
Leon Kennedy ran across Chris Redfield nonsense.
You know, I never played any of the Resident Evil games and thus thought that the movies were very accurate to how the game is.
Yikes!
It's not.
I don't even play the game, but I know that it's inaccurate.
They're wildly inaccurate. I thought it was going to be a much better game than it was. A lot more action packed. It was not as action packed as I expected when I watched someone play it.
Fair enough.
It's hard to go anywhere from there. Here we are, chat. Here we are.
First movie. This is Derek L.
Okay.
August of 2022. Gave it half.
I'm gonna start writing names down.
See if they come back.
Yeah.
There was one person in both Tomb Raider movies that wrote, "This was a waste of," and then gave the runtime. Same person.
Fair enough.
It's like, Doug, you need things to do. Okay. Having been a huge fan of the game, the live-action movie adaptation turned out to be a massive disappointment, in which it failed to respect the source material, with not much aspects associated with the iconic fighting game. I do have a second review for this one, if you'd like to take a swing at that one.
No, Street Fighter.
Street Fighter.
My only good thing about that entire fucking movie is M. Bison.
Because he gave it his all.
He gave everything he had to that film.
In fact, my second review has him by name. Let's see. After rewatching this almost 30 years after the first time I watched this in theaters, and it is still one of the worst movies I've ever paid money to see. Quite possibly the very worst of a video game adaptation of the 90s, only exceeded by Double.
Which was awful.
Everything terrible in this movie is presented here. Awful dialogue, terrible special effects, stunt fails, bad fighting choreography, poor casting, crappy script, non-existent direction, and lots of plot holes. And just to add insult to injury, they actually had the audacity to make a video game out of this terrible movie. That's right.
I remember that video game.
They made a video game from the movie about the video game, and it was even worse than the movie.
I don't agree with that, but it was what I expected it to be. The movie I had high hope for, and it let me down. You know what? For someone that defends the Mario Brothers movie, this was genuinely the worst movie from a video game adaptation ever of all time. Jean-Claude Van Damme is rough.
Let me remind you of some things.
Oh, that's fair.
Nostalgia and Raul Julia are not enough to make this movie any less terrible. Someone who gives us 5 stars is either suffering from brain damage or is just giving troll reviews.
Is this a new movie?
No, that's
a continuation.
That was the end of the thing.
Okay. I was making sure. Shit, that's a new movie. No, yeah, that's Jean-Claude Van Damme was a terrible choice. I think you'd have been better off at the time with Dolph Lundgren as Guile. And that wouldn't have made sense either. But like at least it would have looked more like fucking Guile. I don't even think was he called Guile in it? He wasn't.
I don't remember.
He was like Commander something. I gotta look it up. Hold on. And then there was they had animated movies which were so fucking good.
They did. They still do.
Oh no, they are calling him Guile. At least in
The animated Street Fighter and Tekken movies are good,
they are.
or interesting, at least.
Okay, no, they do call him Guile in it. Yeah, that's rough. That you know what was better than this and still not good, but better than this was the Chun-Li one. It was later on when they came back with Chun-Li, whatever.
Oh yeah, I remember.
It wasn't amazing, but it was certainly better than this. Oh, you remember Blanca? The way Blanca looked in this movie? God, I hate it. I hate it. I had to assume this came out after Mortal Kombat. So like it was trying to grasp that hype.
Yeah, it had to have been like shortly after.
All right, what you got for me, man?
All right, Avatar in October of 2016 gave this 1 star. There's only one review. If you make a film for kids and then advertise it as the worst of the year, that just means you hate kids. Shamefully bad.
Huh. The Rugrats video game.
No, I would say that's based off of a cartoon before stuff off a game to movie adaptation.
Fair enough. The video game, movie. Sly Cooper. Didn't that get Did that get canceled? Did that actually come out?
I don't remember that ever coming out.
I feel like it got canceled.
Sounds right.
Ratchet and Clank is along those lines.
There is a Ratchet and Clank movie. Are we logging in Ratchet and Clank?
Yeah.
Okay. This was actually the movie Yoga Ho. Now, this isn't a direct video game adaptation, but Johnny Depp does play Jack Sparrow, who will be in Fortnite soon. So I feel like it was in the same realm.
Can you repeat that review for me? For those that don't know, Yoga Hosers is a part of the Kevin Smith universe. He made this movie so that his daughter and Johnny Depp's daughter could be in a film together.
If you make a film for kids and then advertise it as the worst, WURST,
because
of the year,
yeah,
that just means that you hate kids.
Was this advertised to children?
I hope not.
It was terrible, and I definitely wouldn't have had my children watching that.
Never
Good
ever.
God. Anyways, thanks for making me remember that movie.
Yeah, no problem. All right. I assume that you meant that. Alec B. In 2024 gave this movie a 0.5 star. Worse than anticipated. There are so many things they try to do. This movie tries to be a live-action noir-ish anime, a shameful cash grab, a sincere emotional story about a young man trying to find his father, that each disconnected element ends up canceling all the others. What's left is barely a movie.
Uncharted.
No, not Uncharted.
I don't know what Uncharted's about, but I know it did fucking terribly.
Uncharted is a movie.
Man, I'm trying to think of games that became
about
movies.
A great game. Pull up the list.
I guess.
Just off the top
I
of your
feel like
head.
cheating.
Yeah, I mean, like if you were a real gamer, you could just do it. But if
I
you can't,
know.
just pull the list. It's not like you have a unpopular podcast that deals with pop culture.
I don't want to pull up the list.
Just pull the fucking list. It's gonna take longer.
I feel like I have a good knowledge of them, but fuck me.
It's hard to just think of.
Oh, it's Detective Pikachu.
It is Detective Pikachu.
The moment I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's definitely what it is.
Good job, man.
Obviously.
did it. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
This movie has 2 reviews. Alyssa Yu, back in December 2023, gave this 1 star. The movie did not make sense at all. Everything was all randomized, and the story was completely random. I still don't even know what I watched. It does have a second review, if you'd like to defer.
No, this is the fucking Super Mario Brothers movie.
It's not the Super Mario Bros.
Oh.
I'll read the next review.
I thought he was going to throw me and just throw that bad boy out there.
June 2022, someone gave us a star and said, "This was so bad. Way too long, not scary, hard to follow. I love horror movies, but this was horrible."
Was this one of the Resident Evils?
It was not one of the Resident Evils.
Blood Rain?
Not Blood Rain.
What's the Lycan one? Was that was
It was
Blood
not
Rain?
the Lycan one.
What was that
I believe
one?
so. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know what
Yeah, it was Blood Rain. Okay. There were several of those, I feel like.
the Lycan one. Nerd.
Fucking nerd. I don't remember there being a Silent Hill film.
Give it up?
For horror? Five Nights at Freddy.
No.
Oh, man. What?
It was Silent Hill.
Oh, dang it. Was there a Silent Hill live
But
action
you never
movie?
offered it to me.
That's fair. I
Yes.
didn't think of a live action. I couldn't think of a live action Silent Hill film.
It was. It came out quite some time ago.
2006, apparently.
We're about at the end, aren't we? Maybe not many. All right. Google S in April of 2024 gave us 1 star. You could change every character and it wouldn't affect the movie at all. So it's just a generic action movie with the IP slapped on to draw attention.
Anything with The Rock in it. Hold on.
No, his movies are very specific.
Hitman.
Not Hitman.
Hitman
Character
47.
names in Hitman? No, it's not Hitman 47. That would have been one that I would group together for you. Because,
Ooh.
for the love of God, I forgot there were even 2, or what would have possibly happened in one? And not the other.
The only other one that feels right for this was World of Warcraft, the movie.
Not. I do have a second review.
Okay.
On June 2023, they gave the star. It says worst Mortal Kombat movie ever.
Well, if it's not Annihilation, I don't know what the fuck we're doing here.
Not Annihilation. It is Mortal Kombat 2021.
So they never saw Annihilation then. They didn't have to deal with. They didn't have to deal with what we dealt with as kids, because like
they don't understand.
You didn't see what we saw. Because do you remember? I can't remember her name. The girl with the hair.
Oh yeah, no, I remember.
That acting is rough.
Like it was yesterday. I remember.
Oh god, ugh.
I remember Johnny Cage. I remember Johnny Cage getting the fuck out of there.
I remember still just scenes in my head. The Native American one that just fucking the acting was rough, man. The lines were terrible. Graphics were not great. They really tried to do something. They really tried to one up themselves in the previous one, and they shouldn't have. They should have just stuck with what they had going on. They should have just stuck with what they had going on.
Stars.
You know, but what are you supposed to do when you got cyborgs and ninjas fighting for the eternity, the soul of, you know, an entire realm?
Animated.
Yeah.
You fucking animated.
I actually didn't mind the more recent one.
I mean, I think the first review says it all. It's like, what do any of the names matter?
Fair.
They could all have the name of vegetables. Be the same movie.
Yeah. Okay. Checks out.
Could have been fucking Fast and Furious. Um,
They didn't say family one time. There's no way it's Fast and Furious.
I feel like the main guy who's not a guy said family once.
That's fair.
He had to.
He may
He
have.
had a family.
He did have a family. They all did.
And then he was Scorpion's family. He had to have said family somewhere. This clan count, I feel like. Anyway, first name L on October 23 gave this 2 stars and said, "I have seen worse, but it's still fun to a kid." There are 2 other reviews for this.
This is the animated. Oh, there's no animated ones?
Answer that?
Okay. This is the animated Super Mario Brothers movie.
Not.
Okay.
Only positive thing.
Really don't care about this, guys.
Mike M, June 2023. Only positive thing to say about it is the animation was good. Otherwise, it was extremely generic version of Shrek. No, it's a generic version of a generic version of Shrek. I recommend you go see Shrek instead.
Version of Shrek?
And the next review, because that's not going to help you.
Hold on. Sonic the Hedgehog?
No.
The fuck is this film?
Luke, in August 2023, gave this a half a star and said, honestly, the sequel is way better. I like that just silent. It's good for me. This is good.
I'm looking at a list of
this is why
of movies that like that's not like we're not here for it. Are you sure it's not Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Ratchet and Clank?
It's not Ratchet and Clank. The desperation in your voice. It is the Angry Birds. Is a game.
Did you say the Angry Birds movie?
I did. You know, it started as a game.
I guess it sure kind of did.
Hey, phone games are games.
Can't wait till the Candy Crush movie comes out.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be first in line for it. Kidding me?
Ah, Jesus Christ! All right, what's the next one?
NK on January 23rd, 2023, give this 1 star. The Rock playing as himself.
Rampage.
It's Rampage.
So fucking stupid. Fuck you, Rock.
Watching this, I got the feeling that every other actor was asked to not play better than The Rock, and it shows. The acting is absolutely awful. The story is idiotic. The antagonist too. Effects are good, but still, you watch this and you ask yourself, why? Why was this made? Why do I watch it? The next review was it's a romance story about a giant beast and a gorilla. Yeah. Little comedy in there.
We only have ourselves to blame here for The Rock being what he is.
We gave him too much.
We gave him way too much authority, and he
fucking took off. And now it's on us, you know. Now it's on us. I every day I wear that one.
Yeah.
I let him do that. I let him do this. What he's doing right now, this is my fault.
And I want to take it back every day.
Okay. Connor M on April 2023 gave this 1 star. A slap in the face to the original material. This was born from horrendous experience. You do have 2 more reviews.
That's the Resident Evil franchise. Yeah, good.
The next review is this is not Resident Evil.
I'm telling you, like up until like the 4th movie, that was my only understanding of what Resident Evil was.
Ooh, yikers. So I wanted to be fair about this one, right? Because typically, the way this started is I took a good movie and I found a bad review. There's not a lot of good ones in video games. So I went to Rotten Tomato and I said, let me find the highest rated audience and the highest rated uh, tomato meter, and I will pull a review from each one of those. The highest audience review is 68%, and that's the first one.
Okay.
The highest tomato review is the last one, and that's 38. But that's as good as it gets for both of them.
That's rough.
Not above 68.
That's rough.
Even for the people who will just eat up something.
Right. The people that wanted to see the film.
Yeah, the next review talks about the director's wife. You went from there. It is wild that you let these people run away with a bag of.
Because the director's wife is the one that is like the main character, who's also Lilu Corbendel's Multipass. That's the only way I know her. Is only from that. Yeah, I don't think she's not talented, but they definitely did allow her to just continue to be the same thing she is all the time.
Oh, she was not talented. No, I feel maybe the first one. Maybe she tried in the first, but again, you let these people. How much did you pay the director for this movie? How much did you pay for her?
You know, he continued on to do this because he's also, I believe, the director of Monster Hunter, which she was also the main character.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why are we letting just these people just run away with this money?
Good question. Why won't you give us your money?
Let's say you paid them each $5 million.
Yeah.
They go out there, they do their shoot, they leave. I don't give a shit if it's good or not. We got $10 million for the household. Anyway,
Tim Burton, his wife.
Yeah. Well, I actually think that she's got talent. I don't think
that's fair. But again, just playing the same role over and over again.
Very, very sure.
If I admit to liking any Tim Burton things, my wife just won't let it go. So I've decided to double down and just hate all of it now.
Even Sweeney Todd?
I have to. I hate it. I don't want to.
Sometimes things get caught in the crossfire. It's war. That's war.
It's war, baby.
All right. September 2021. 1 star.
Rough. Just barely out of the pandemic.
Worst storyline. The main character is an utter loser, and it makes the viewer annoyed. Next review.
Hold on. An utter loser. Sonic the Hedgehog. Did you consider Ready Player One? And it's not really based off a video game, but it's influenced by a lot of video games.
No, because then Pixel would have made
it. Okay. My wife has the audacity to tell me that was a good movie. We saw it in theater together. We saw it in theater together.
Fucking Hubert or whatever his name is?
Yeah, we saw that in fucking theaters together.
That was good? That was comedy?
Yeah, but it was so good. It was so good.
You want to hire me to do some stand-up?
It was so good. I hated it so much. Anyway.
Hey, thanks for joining me.
Remember when we said that, in the world that everything's supposed to make sense, Kevin James is the fucking president.
Next review. Movie Lover. June 2020, gave it 1 star. Alicia Vikander was a poor choice for this movie. I give the name because I don't think you know who it is. All around bad acting, poor plot development, and weak action scenes. This was the worst.
This is the new Tomb Raider movie.
It is the new Tomb Raider movie. Good, solid guess of a swing. The last review says, cast a pretty female actor. Lara Croft in the game is pretty. I don't think that actress was not pretty.
Also, Lara Croft in the video game was definitely fucking PS1 pixels, so not
That's
tough
just
to beat
something
that.
that they felt in their mind, and so
Yo,
that's what
fans are the worst.
the worst.
They're just awful. Except for our fans. You guys are amazing. Keep hitting that like and subscribe button because we need it. We live off of it.
You need it so bad.
I just gotta
you don't
want it
even know.
so bad.
You know how bad we do
I'll
that.
show my feet at this point.
Oh man,
I've never been one to show my Fred Flintstone ass looking feet, but I'll show them.
please give it to me.
Yeah.
All
Although
right.
I watched fucking Lou from Dropout show them for free, so I
showed my feet, Sam.
God, I watched that episode the other day and it's just so good. I just watched the bingo one. That one was fucking hilarious. Like 3 fucking layers of bingo going on.
I watched the last one where the buzzer game. You get to that one.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
Okay. What do I want to read to you next? I don't want to give you the ones you keep guessing. You know, I just want to give you something. I want to remind you about some movies that exist. Okay. Arnie S. in April of 2023 gave this 1 star.
Hmm?
You do have 3 reviews for this.
God, okay.
They aren't necessarily short. Felt sorry for the actors in this movie, especially with what they were supposed to do with it. Hopefully, the guy who was the director and wrote the script and screenplay isn't doing any other movies.
This is Dead or Alive.
It's not Dead or Alive.
Let me tell you. I don't know what they were supposed to do with that fucking movie, but they tried their hardest, I think, maybe. Who knows?
That's very
it was rough.
Devin in 2023, the summertime. Just out watching this movie.
Summertime.
Give it 1 star. The story and characters were executed so poorly. I relied on the action to keep me entertained, but that probably left me even more disappointed. The main antagonist was played off as a passing Easter egg, and the most important part of the narrative that was originally used to lead the story was only explored briefly toward the end. The character had no personality whatsoever, and almost every scene felt like it should have been in the extra/deleted scenes of a Blu-ray or DVD. Not fun. Don't watch.
This is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Not Sonic the Hedgehog. You're
I
so hard on
was
Sonic the
so
Hedgehog.
confident on Sonic the Hedgehog on that one. Because I could see where they were coming from a little bit.
Leaving to go to the third?
You remember when they made Need for Speed a movie? Because, you know, Fast and Furious was being a successful franchise at that point.
I don't remember that.
God, that was rough. I'm going to say... Five Nights at Freddy.
It is not Five Nights at Freddy.
You said it's not? Dang.
Justin T. This is your last one.
Justin
February
Timberlake, yep.
2022. Gave it 1 star. Beautiful. It looked fantastic. The effects were amazing. The camera work stunning. It looked good. I was over the top, but then that is how it is nowadays. Sounded great. Couldn't fault the sound. Good use of surround. Nice spot effect. Great bass here and there.
And then they entered their woke agenda. Well, this feels like
It
it's
was
going.
good, solid sound. The story
Boy.
was badly done.
It's fucking
I
got a
remember the
rock hard
game.
dick right now for the sound of this movie. Jesus Christ.
You know what? I appreciate you giving me a positive.
Yeah,
before you
that's
dig on
fair.
the negative.
That's fair.
I remember the game being great, but that was a good few years ago. This movie seemed to change a few things and took away a lot of the noir charm. Some of the story in the movie didn't really make sense either. There was really poor characterization too. Basically, it was a horribly executed and written story. A total shame on a good memory of a game. Great picture and sound cannot excuse a poor excuse for a story.
You said noir charm. We've already done Detective Pikachu. That kind of gave a noir feel. Uncharted.
No, Uncharted.
Ah,
Uncharted
man.
was super. Look at us go! We've got fucking Tom Holland.
Yeah, they were.
Flip,
Whip, whip. Flip, whip. You
This
didn't give me
was
two fucking Tomb Raiders, did you?
no. This was a little beauty called Max Payne.
Oh god, Max Payne was rough. I don't even like. I literally seen that twice on the. I watched that movie and I was like,
You're
no,
so
we're
you're
not
so
gonna do.
ready.
We wouldn't do a fucking review of that movie. Who's watching that movie and like I'm gonna review it? Beautiful story and sound. Shut the fuck. Nothing about that movie was good.
You good? You back with
Yeah,
me?
I'm here, man. I'm
All right.
minute Rockstar. You know why?
My understanding was that like Rockstar was like, hey,
They were like, what?
the Rockstar was like, hey, we want to help you with this, and they're like, whatever, we'll just do fucking Grand Theft Auto shit.
I
You can
just
do whatever you want.
I'm trying to separate my hatred for Mark Wahlberg. It was not a good film. Okay, onward. Fuck Mark Wahlberg.
Next movie?
Huh?
Next movie?
Yeah, next movie.
Terry R. in June of 2024 gave this half a star and said, absolute rubbish. Most boring horror movie ever. There's one more review if needed.
Every time it talks about how terrible the horror is in it, I want to say Five Nights at Freddy. So that's gonna be my stab right here.
This time it is fun.
Thank God, it was the worst horror film ever. However, I will say it was great time watching it with my friends.
The next review says this is a ucking comedy movie. I'm assuming they missed that key. Not remotely a horror. MVP of jump scares, BB. Everything else was just a comedy show.
BB, I think, is the in that like
bitch.
it's a nickname for the bird.
I don't know. That's not
my wife like read the whole fucking Five Nights at Freddy lore because of this fucking movie. She really liked it. No, that's Chica. My bad. I don't know who BB is then.
What the hook, yeah?
Maybe that's Foxy.
Sure.
Yeah, that feels right. The worst grossing bad movie or video game movie. Not all these were bad. They were bad. That you would even recognize, by the way, is $3 million box office worldwide. Rough. There's like 6 above that, but they're not movies that we haven't looked at.
That doesn't even count their like having to advertise and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just how much they made for the box office. I don't even see how much it cost them. What's the next one you got for me, man?
Matthew K. back in March of 2023 gave this 1 star. There's 2 reviews. Bad acting and unrealistic. Not much of a storyline. This was my favorite computer game growing up, and they ruined the film. Very disappointing.
Doom. Damn it! What? Favorite computer game as a kid? They make a Pac-Man movie?
I would like to remind you that just almost any game will also be.
That's fair.
before we were like, what?
Yeah, that's fair.
Second review, May 2020, 1.5 stars. It must have been difficult to make a movie with such promise and star power so bad. My
Hmm.
guess is that the filmmakers were expecting actress named Smile and Eyes to be enough to sell tickets, and by the looks of the box office, they were right. The script is terrible and completely without imagination. The effects are dated and unpolished, and the stunts are tired and overdone. It is not even uh, worth it as a pure action movie.
I think I've nailed this one. I think I'm feeling good about it. I think it was Jake Gyllenhaal, and I feel like they did try to like really use Jake Gyllenhaal to sell Prince of Persia.
This is not the Prince of
Damn
Persia.
it! Felt
This
so
is
good about it.
actually the Angelina Jolie.
The Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider. I really thought it was Prince of Persia. I'm really upset now.
Fun fact for you: the
Yeah.
first reviews from the first movie, the second reviews from the second movie. You wouldn't know though,
You wouldn't know. It was basically
because
the same.
that's how those movies worked.
That's fair, yeah. The Cradle of Life and then Tomb Raider. It did do really well in the box office. $274 million for the first one.
I remember being a fan.
156 in the second one. Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
But
who's mad at going and watching Angelina Jolie do some action shit?
also, you were
I
just
watched
starving
Wanted,
for it, you
and
know?
they bent a fucking bullet, and I was like, this is the dumbest shit ever. But I was like, yeah, I'm here for it.
When a woman like Angelina Jolie tells you to bend a, you're like,
You figure
yeah,
out to bend a fucking bullet.
that sounds like a thing. You know what? I think I can do that.
I think I know I can do that.
Thank you for believing in me. Someone never has. I've been this loser guy that you found.
Wasn't that Professor Xavier? First Class? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she the birth of mutants?
Yes, it is.
Is she the birth of mutants?
Yeah. We hope.
He bent it with it. Anyway.
Also, she was really good in Eternals.
She wasn't. She's not a terrible actor or actress.
No.
I don't think that those movies were bad. I think they were decent for their time.
I
don't think they carry on.
She is very attractive.
She is.
And a lot of the time she's cast to be a character like that. And she like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, she nails just being attractive and holding a gun. Like there's nothing I can say about that.
Yeah. You are right. You are attractive. You have gun. I see that.
I mean, other than that, I'm trying to think of besides that, and
I don't think I'm like rioting if she's in a movie, you know?
I can't think of a lot of movies that she's in from all.
She's not Kevin Smith's daughter.
She's not Kevin Smith's daughter. Fuck. Maleficent. I don't know how you felt about that.
She did well. I don't care for those type of stories, but she did fine. I think I think it was received really well by most people for that film.
I'm gonna lump together Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Salt, Wanted, and maybe The Tourist, because that's about what I was talking about earlier. Like you know, that character. The Tomb Raider, Eternals, Girl Interrupted. I remember Girl Interrupted. She plays. You know what? She also plays a good crazy lady. I don't look at that and think no. Bone Collector. That was really good for her.
Wasn't she with Billy Bob Thornton for a while?
She was.
You gotta be crazy.
Wear each other's blood on a necklace.
Yeah, you gotta be crazy.
Yeah. You know, some people do their thing.
Anyway, guys, let us know how many you guys got right, because Michael got all of them right. And if you say otherwise, wrong. Anyways, comment down below if you guys want to see more bad reviews, and if you have a particular theme you want us to go along, like food-based movies. And then it's just all food fight. There's just a lot of bad reviews about the movie Food Fight.
And Jon Favreau's Chef.
The Menu?
Maybe.
There's got to be some out
See,
there. Silence of the
But
Lambs.
the thing is, too, you had to have. That's kind of how this works. Otherwise, you guess. I could just do movies,
fair.
but
I've seen a good
just
amount of
read your
movies.
reviews.
I've seen a good amount of movies, guys. But anyways, let us know down in the comments below. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. We come out with episodes every week. Thank you for hanging out with us. It's Friendship Supreme everywhere on all social medias and all things. Like we're on iTunes and Spotify and
we're everywhere. We're everywhere.
We're
You
just
have-
everywhere, guys.
You have to want it.
And we want you. So like, let us. I want you to want me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, guys,
This
I've
is
been
me
Michael.
bringing them in.
I've been Michael.
This is Cleve, and I'm Laura Croft. My Laura Croft. Just getting sexy. I'm sexy, and I introduce myself.
That's what we have, guys.
Like I can't think of a quote because the fucking movie is all one big mash of 2 hours or whatever. Jennifer loves them too.